You can't kill the cross and everything that means. You can't kill the Christian family. You can't kill the Christian idea. You can't sig a virus on it. It'll survive. It'll come back. Everyone from Nero to Stalin has tried and failed to crush the church. And so will Gates fail. And so will Soros fail. And so will Bergoglio fail miserably. You want to know how it works? I got a beautiful little sign of hope to close off this show tonight. Last week, Polish Catholics took to the streets to defend Radio Maria. And wherever you come down on Radio Maria, now that they've been called hateful and nationalist and racist and all the things that we've been called here in the States, no matter where you come down on Radio Maria, they represent a serious threat to the regime because they're not staying in line. So look what happened last week in Poland while Radio Maria was in court defending themselves once again from the latest attempt to silence them by threatening them and charging them with whatever. While they're in court, several supporters gathered around Poland, various cities in Poland, to pray for Radio Maria. Several of them gathered on the streets to pray the rosary for victory in court. Now, we'll start running a little of this video because suddenly a young activist appears on the scene. She's wrapped in a rainbow flag. You can hear the rosary being prayed in the background as these people are trying to keep their Catholic anchor alive in Poland. Now this young woman tries to shut these people up. She tries to stop them from praying the rosary. She doesn't like what she sees. So she recites a popular poem, changing the words from "I trust in God" to "I trust in nothing." She's trying to blaspheme. She's trying to scandalize them. She curses at them. She swears at them. And then something amazing happens. An elderly Catholic woman starts to cry. And she begins to explain how sad she is. And all her life, she fought for her country, for Poland, for Catholic Poland, for freedom. And now she sees it all being destroyed by outside influences. And suddenly, like Rachel weeping for one of her own children, this old woman gets on her hands and knees and kisses the feet of this young assailant wrapped in a rainbow flag. And then she rises up and she says to the young girl, she says, "I'm 83 years old and I love you." And then the young woman replies, "I'm 21 years old," and begins to plead with the old woman not to cry. And now, like a mother trying to save one of her own from a demon, this beautiful old Polish Catholic woman asks the young woman to make just one sign of the cross with her. And this, friends, is what happened. Now, what you just saw is a small sign, but it's a powerful sign. It's a magnificent sign. It's a sign that has been repeated over and over and over again. When little Saint Jose gets killed by the Freemasons down in Mexico, the little Cristero, Joselito, and he's dying, he's been beaten, and his feet have been flayed with a flaying knife. He's been tortured. As he lies dying, he gets shot in the back. What did he do? He made another little sign, a sign of the cross in the dirt with his own blood. A little sign. And those little signs change history. And those little signs, the sign of the cross, is what the globalists have spent a century trying to destroy. And even when it looks dead, the cross, as it did in this young woman in Poland, it always rises again. So when they hate you, and when they try to silence you, and when they throw you off Facebook and YouTube and everything else, social media, remember that. It's because they're trying to throw that sign, destroy that sign, throw Christ out, because they're afraid of him. He cannot be destroyed. The cross cannot be destroyed. You know, which is why after all is said and done, and we're going through hell right now, the world is crazy, everything's upside down, everything's evil. When all is said and done and every political option is exhausted, the cross of Christ will save the world. The cross of Christ will save you. The cross of Christ will save me. The cross of Christ will save our children in the process. It is the answer. And when this is all over, history will tell the story of the martyrs, the crusaders, the Vendéans, the Cristeros, and us, the ones who kept the faith when during the dark days of the Great Reset, the Christians whose children lived to see Christianity rise up out of the ashes of the New World Order, they took their stand and they won. And with all their technology, all their surveillance, all their scary robots and threats, the little godless pagans are still afraid of the Christians in the Colosseum. They're still afraid of us. And you know what? They should be. Unite the Christian clans, friends, right now. Take off the mask. And as a Christian, a proud Christian, resist them to their face with everything you have and everything you are. And we will win. God bless you all. I'm Michael Matt for Remnant TV. Thank you so much for listening. Keep hope alive. And we'll see you next time.